Morning everyone, it's a lovely spring morning and today I'm going to do a video on stovetop and oven conversion. So at the moment I'm cooking breakfast on the stove. I've got the oven there. Now these are purchased second hand off a Facebook market page, and I think like a bit like everything, people get rid of things for a reason. So the stovetop works fine. The oven, I've had a bit of a problem with the solenoid, but we'll run into that when I get to it. So as you can see, we've got a 4-burner stovetop we picked up. Nice, all good working order. And previously, like the barbecue, where I could only use one of the burners, I've got 4 to work with now, so I can do multiple things, which is great. So when this all finishes up and cooks and cools down, I'll work you through how we converted it over and got it all working. So as you can see, hooked up the old gas tank and cook it away nicely. And this is the oven. I've already pre-pulled it apart so you can see the internal workings of it. And yeah, I'll show you how we converted that one. Okay, well, dinner's all done. Now, I've just taken the top off here, taking the knobs off. Now, this is actually screwed in, so I've already pre-done the screws. Okay, so these are the burners. Now, of course, the variable adjuster here. Now, same principle as like everything else, I guess, is the restriction nozzle and the venturi. So, I've done here, you can see there was where the restriction nozzle was. That's this here. See, it's only a small hole, so we need a bigger hole for biogas. So, I just undid that and then wrap it around here just to keep the airflow out, because we want the gas to go out here and ignite here. We don't need an air fuel mixture here. So this was rather straightforward. So this has just got electric igniters as well. That's, I guess, for convenience, but if you don't need it, you don't have to have it plugged in. So yeah, easy enough. And I thought while I'm at it, I'll actually just give you a closer look here. So for a few of these, to get the jet out, I actually had to undo here to get the set of pliers in there. Okay. So that's the burner just come off. That's pretty much the internal bits there. So this was just screwed in like so, and just take it straight out because we don't need it, and then reattach this. So you see the gas line coming in from there. So that's it, just there, straight from that hose to the regulator on the gas bottle and then into here. Okay, so as I mentioned, I've also picked up an oven. This has a griller combo as well. This was not as straightforward as the stove top. So I first started with the griller because I thought it'd be easier. I don't know if you can see much in here. This here has all the little tiny holes where the gas comes out, and then it just creates lines of flames. And so this was pretty much the same concept. At the back here, right up in there, is another restriction nozzle. There's no venturi on this one, thankfully. So the doing the gas on there was really easy. The oven, on the other hand, had a bit of a problem, as it's all here, pilot light, and then gas on. But I didn't have any gas. But anyway, first things first. So at the back of this oven, it's got this surround here. So I just took that off. And here is where your burners are. There's the igniter. And in there, behind that is where the jet is. So I had to manhandle this to try and get it out, because I tried taking it all from the back and from the sides and the front, whatever, and I just couldn't figure it out. So I really just had to sort of lift, push it forward, push it under here to get to this jet, and then I just unscrew the jet. I've just showed you heaps of them, so you know what a jet looks like. So that's just the ignition through there. So in theory, once you turn the gas on, turn the knob up here, press that in for the pilot light, it'll light. But I didn't have any gas, so I had to figure out what was going on here. And unfortunately, my problem here, this solenoid valve here. So the idea behind it is inside there's a little pin, and once electricity hits this column, the pin jumps up. Because if you blow through this now, there's no airflow, you won't be able to blow through it. But if I turn it upside down while that pin is dropped that way, it becomes so you can actually blow through it. So I think what the problem is this electrical bit here. So this sits inside. Try and do all this one-handed. So that sits inside, and the more you turn the gas knob for higher power, the more electricity goes to this, which then pushes that pin up more. So if I put it on low, the pin drops, and off, the pin completely drops. So that's my problem, is this isn't working, this pin's not doing anything. So to combat that, I'll show you. Take that off, take this out. See, there's this tiny pin on a spring. Now, to combat this, to try and just get straight up flow, just take those internals out and just put this back on. So now there's no pin, there's no obstruction. So now the problem with this is, once the oven is on, it's on. If you want high and low, you have to adjust the gas bottle as such, which is not a problem. It's just nice to have working knobs on there. Anyway, I'll go and reattach this, so this just attaches in the middle of this. Won't worry about that, because that's, as I said, broken. So if you haven't seen inside the oven before, there's a fan for the back, a lot of electricals. This is the gas line for the griller. It comes up into it's the main gas line there, so hose into here, up and around, and the igniter and the controller for here. But that's, as I said, it's either that there or that solenoid down there that's buggered. So anyway, I'll get this hooked up and we'll get it working. Alright, we're going to check out the oven first. So I've got the fan going. You see it's a bit noisy. Yeah, it's alright, gets the airflow going. Now, as I said, that solenoid's buggered, so this here won't work. As soon as the gas is on at the tank, it means the gas is on down there. So you have to adjust it as required through here. So I'm going to be able to start off just a little bit. I can hear it down here. Click, 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 click. So yeah, it turns out I couldn't do it one-handed. So I had to just stop the camera for a second. As you can see there, it's got a mighty big flame going through. Probably cooking chicken in 2 minutes. So, as I mentioned, to control the flame, you need to turn it down slightly here. There we go, it's settled down just a bit. Yeah, so the concept definitely works. It's just a matter of I drew the short straw when trying to buy something. If that solenoid worked, we'd be able to use this here and probably control the rate of the gas flow, but I still guarantee the temperature would not be the same. So you'd have to probably set a manual gauge up here that you can put in the oven. But the concept works. So you put the trays back in, put the shroud back in, it would work fine. You shut the door and it gets all vented up here, and there's side here where it sucks in air and not So it's good. Now let's try the grill. Let's have a look at the griller. Okay, yeah, that was nice and easy to light this one. Oh, there's some heat coming off it. Oh, yeah, Jesus Christ, that's hot. Turn it down just a bit. This will probably cook your toast in about 30 seconds flat. Like I said, I think the gas rate's changed because the restriction nozzle's out. There's a lot more gas than there normally would be, so the cooking times will probably change to this oven. Okay, well that's lit. You have to hold it in a little bit just so the thermostat bit at the back says yeah it's getting hot, so it keeps the gas flowing through. Yeah, good. So I'll just turn it right down. I don't know if you can see it slightly, but there's a little bit still going there. Yeah, good. That concept works too. Now the only problem with this, I see, is that bloody solenoid. So to work the griller, I had to put that pin back in the solenoid, so the gas to the oven wasn't going on. So the pin's back in there to stop gas in here. Well, this can be controlled by the knob here. So if I had a better oven to show you, I would, but the concept's there and it does work with biogas. You just have to, same deal, restriction nozzles. This didn't have Venturis. That's what I opened it right up and got all behind there and stuff to try and find if there was any Venturis, and by the looks, no, there was just the restriction nozzle, so they came out. And yeah, good. I'm quite happy with this though. This is a lot better than that dodgy barbecue that I had. At least now I can cook, 4 lots at once here. And if I do want to use the oven, it's there. I just have to just control it with this. I've got 2 tanks anyway, so I can have one for this one and one for that. Anyway guys, I hope you learned something that it can be done. I'm still trying to keep my eyes out for a gas fridge, but I guarantee that's going to be the same sort of deal too, Venturi and restriction nozzles. But if I find one, I will let you know. Anyway guys, have a great day and see you next time.